Well, a new exhibit opens in Jacksonville this week, exploring nostalgia and healing. Here to talk about the exhibit is the artist behind it. It's called Objects of Innocence. We welcome back Elena Øhlander. Thanks for being here.
Hey, good morning. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's nice to see you. So, this is a new solo exhibition. What like, inspired it, and what themes are you exploring in the work?
Sure. Over the summer, I had the opportunity to visit Japan for 3 months to do an apprenticeship for kintsugi pottery repair. And during that time, I had the opportunity to inspect my relationship with objects. And so when I got back, I decided to imbue my two-dimensional works, my paintings, with this relationship with objects, particularly of child's play.
And you talk about kintsuga. Am I saying that correctly?
Kintsugi,
So,
yes.
so that is a kind of the art of restoring broken pottery. Tell us a little bit about that. It's a really interesting practice.
Correct. Yeah, I think that the practice is as much a physical repair as it is a healing journey. And so there's this philosophy that coincides with that in the sense of honoring the object and kind of healing not just that piece, but pieces of yourself.
And the idea being that something that's broken, that's repaired, is actually more resilient in those places than it was before.
Yes,
Yeah.
very much
I'm
so.
curious though. I mean, is the pottery like, do you break it first and then repair it?
Ideally, not so much to break it intentionally, but if it is broken by accident, that's the best approach is to repair it through that process.
And so, the idea of, emotion and healing is a theme also in this new exhibit.
That's right.
But it also has a lot to do with kind of childhood nostalgia,
Mm.
play. Talk about how you are incorporating those themes and why you're exploring them.
Sure. I think it's about my filial relationship with my daughter, and she's now 14 and in high school.
Mm.
But through this experience to bear witness of her coming of age, I felt that I was able to kind of have a relationship that healed me as well in my own personal childhood traumas and moving through recovery. So seeing her curiosity and wonder filled something in me, and so those objects kind of typify that
Yeah.
recovery.
And you say that you were recently in Japan. You explore themes also of cultural identity in your work. And you are Asian and also, I guess, Norwegian.
That's correct.
Um, and so, how is that reflected in your work? I mean, how do you explore those themes?
I think right now, although I have a cultural nuance that's specific to Japan, my daughter is half Japanese, so I kind of explore those cultural nuances, but I think it transcends to this idea of like nostalgia, joy, recovery, and curiosity.
And so we're actually able to see some of your artwork. Our
Oh, great.
director is putting them on the screen right now for people who are interested to see. You're going to be speaking at the opening of this exhibit. Um, what is it that you're going to be addressing when you're talking to people who come to the show?
I think I want to just open a dialogue that's about this relationship with objects and the healing journey and what that investigation really looks like for me personally, but also kind of exploring how others approach
Is
that.
there like a particular object that you could sort of explain
Oh.
what you're talking about when you talk about your relationship with it?
Um, there are toys that I think we play with, or even just the act of creating a painting or drawing. To me, that was a catharsis for my childhood, is to spend time really like drawing and playing and really living in a world of imagination.
And
So,
your work also incorporates some elements of kind of Japanese pop culture, manga,
mm,
anime, and there is a real whimsy and very colorful work as well.
yeah, I think that there is a dichotomy between whimsy and darkness. There's this black background that kind of alludes to an abyss. And sometimes that's how the journey can feel is it's, not directional or linear, but it is about the journey more than the destination.
You have work, I mean, you're a muralist as well. You've got pieces at Wynwood, several of them. You've got, a mural at the Phoenix Arts and Innovation District here,
Yes.
and you've done, a number of murals just at, businesses around the state. But for people who haven't, seen your work previously, how can they see it? How can they, participate in the upcoming show?
Well, they can attend the show this Friday evening at the Lark. It's such a wonderful venue and
That's on
space.
Hogan Street, downtown Jacksonville.
That's correct.
Okay.
And my website is elenaolander.com. And if you come visit Phoenix Arts District in Springfield area, it is truly a special space. There's murals all about, and my studio is also there in that
Cool.
space.
All right. Well, Elena Øhlander, it's nice to see you again. Thanks for being here.
Likewise, thank you so much.